The Batman's 3 hours long. Holy bucket, the monkey shit, Curly. Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Robert Storm's back with another video. If you guys find me for the very first time, please do me a massive favor. Smash the like, subscribe button for all future content here on the channel. Today we're going to talk about, that's right, Batman. Batman being nearly 3 hours long. This is coming from the Hollywood Reporter, and they're saying that it's going to be about 2 hours and 55 minutes, making this the longing, including 8 minutes of credits. Wow. I don't know if there's going to be a post-credit scene or not, but this is the longest Batman, the longest solo Batman movie in the history of the franchise. So, how do I feel about that? How do I feel about that, Cotton? Well, I'll tell you how I feel about that. Really, guys? 3 fucking hours? Like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm older now and time goes by so fast and, you know, I'm dealing with my mortality. I'm talking like I'm fucking 80 years old. I'm in my late 30s. But honestly, though, I'm really kind of bummed out about this. Now, obviously, when I go see the movie, if the movie's fantastic, the runtime isn't going to bother me. But for the first movie in the franchise, like for the first movie coming out the gate, you're hitting me with a 3-hour movie? Like, there's sometimes, like when it's acceptable, right? Like, when Endgame came out, I'm like, all right, I'm expecting this thing to be like 3 and a half hours long, right? I'm expecting, you got to wrap up every fucking thing. You know, when Rise of Skywalker, when that came out, I expected that to be like 3 hours long. I'm like, you got to wrap up shit, right? And I don't even think Rise of Skywalker was 3 hours. I think it was shorter than that. I think it was like really short, to be honest with you. But what, like this though, the thing is, I'm a massive fan of Matt Reeves. I'm a massive fan of Robert Pattinson. So I have full faith that the movie's going to be fantastic. And when I go see it in theaters, I'm probably not even going to worry about the runtime. Like, I'm probably going to be sucked in. I'm going to be like, oh shit, the movie's over already? Hopefully. That's best case scenario. But for some reason, if the movie starts to be very dull, I'm just going to be like, oh man, this thing just ain't ending anytime soon, you know? I come across that with a lot of movies. Even movies I like, I'm like, man, like Aquaman I thought was a massive one being guilty for that. I really liked Aquaman a lot, but Aquaman was really long. Like, I think that movie clocked in at like 2.5 hours, and you could have easily shaved off 20 minutes of that movie. So yeah, I'm excited for the Batman. I love the entire crew attached to this movie. I'm super excited. It's one of my most anticipated movies of the year, but 3 fucking hours? Like, you don't understand how much time of the day that takes. You know, by the time you drive to the theater, by the time you find a parking spot, by the time you go up there and you find your seat, you go to the bathroom, by the time the movie's over and you drive all the way home, that's a good 4.5, 5 hours out of your day. 4.5, 5 hours out of your day. That's almost half the day gone for one movie. And that was one of my gripes with Zack Snyder's Justice League. I really enjoyed Zack Snyder's Justice League. I thought it was a really damn good movie. But when you want to watch it, like, I can't, it's not a movie I can go back and rewatch because I need to know, like, well, I'm not doing nothing today. Like the first half of this day is just being dedicated to this movie, unless I watch it in parts. So, yeah, it's I feel the same way with all these long movies, whether it be Titanic, Avatar, you know, even like a movie that I like Last Samurai. I love those movies, but I don't know, maybe the older I get, I just want things boom, done, you know? Like, say what you want about Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I thought the movie was complete ass shit. But man, you go in, you're out, buddy. Hour and a half, you're in, you're out. Mortal Kombat might have been ass shit, but man, you watch that thing, you're in, you're out. And even those shitty movies, I'm willing to give a second chance because it's so short. It's like, I mean, I'm not dead. In, out, I'm done. I want more movies to go back to the whole 90-minute to 2-hour phase. Giving these directors like a Christopher Nolan and Matt Reeves and Zack Snyder, every movie Zack Snyder makes has to be like 2.5, 3 hours long. Like, Jesus. So I'm just kind of over this long-ass runtime. We just seen Marvel do something very similar with Eternals. Eternals is a movie that I really enjoyed, but Jesus Christ, man, that movie was long. And you get very angsty when you're in a theater crowded with people who's on their cell phones going, LOL, this movie rocks. You're like, get off your fucking cell phone, watch the goddamn movie. Now, if this was coming straight to like HBO Max, I wouldn't have a problem, man. I was, set up the couch, lay down, make some popcorn. But no, going to the theater, having to drive through the theater, find a parking spot, do all this, do all that, do this, stay to the end credits, because you know how they catch it with the end credit scene, then go all the way back home. It's a long commitment. That's your whole day right there, just to see the Batman. And I'm excited for the Batman. I really am. Obviously, I'm excited to see the Batman. But man, 3 hours, I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit of a bummer moment. So guys, I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave those comments in the comment box below. How do you feel about the Batman being 3-hour runtime? Leave those comments in the comment section below. Subscribe for all future content. Till next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that is my opinion. Later, guys.